So right now, what we're going to do is we're going to install the proxy server. This allows us to route the traffic via HTTP proxy to the Raspberry Pi. So the software we're going to use for this is Squid. But first what we need to do is update. So what we're going to type is sudo apt-get update. Now this is just going to update our repository. Now don't worry if yours is different from mine, I've done a few updates to it. Now that it's all updated, we'll want to install Squid. So what we do now is sudo apt-get install Squid. And just like that, Squid's installed. Now we go to the next step, which is configuring. So now that we've got Squid installed, before we try and configure it, we'll see if we can find the port and see if it actually works first. So what we'll do is we'll type sudo cat etc squid.conf, and we're going to grep that one for http _port. Now as you can see there with the uncommented outline, we've got 3128. So what we'll do now is we'll start up Squid, what we need to do here is type sudo etc init.d squid start. As you can see, Squid started beautifully, and now we'll switch over to the browser and see if we can connect to it. So as you can see now, we've got our browser open, and what we'll need to do now is go into preferences, and then we'll click advanced, we'll go to network, and then connection settings. So what we'll do here is select the manual proxy configuration, and to the address we'll put in the address of our Raspberry Pi. So for me it is 192.168.1.101. And as you can see on the terminal over here, our HTTP port, at least for me, is 3128. Now a good note here is you need to click this use this proxy server for all protocols, because a lot of sites use SSL certificates, and if you've not got that ticked, it won't use your proxy. So with that being said, we'll just click OK on this, and then we'll pull up our tab and we'll go to Google. And as you can see, that works beautifully. Now an easy way to make sure it's using the proxy, not just the connection, is we can just go back to our terminal and type sudo etc init.d squid stop. Now what this is going to do is it's going to stop our proxy server from running, so if we try and start a connection on our browser, it should give us a refused message. And there we go. So if we go back to our browser now and we just click refresh, the proxy server is refusing connection, so we know it's definitely working fine. So here you can see we're back at our terminal, and what we're going to do now is enter our DNS that we want to use. And now the easiest way to do this is just go to sudo nano etc resolve.conf. And what we're going to want to do is, I've already got it in here, but put in our DNS server. So it could be a smart DNS like Getflix, but in my case I'm going to use Google's DNS. And the reason for that is here in Australia they're starting to block some sites such as the Pirate Bay, and I want to try and get around that the simplest way possible. So we'll just exit that, it's already been saved. So we'll jump back on the computer and have a look to see how it works. Now as you can see here, we're at our browser, and if we just go ahead and try and reload this, as you can see we've got the error there, access to website disabled. Now this is by my ISP trying to block torrent sites and that. So if we just connect to our proxy server like we did before, so we'll just go to preferences, advanced, and of course network settings, and just tick that manual proxy configuration. The IP address is exactly the same for me, and the port is still 3128. Making sure I've still got use this proxy server for all protocols, I'll just OK that, and we'll just close that off. Now if I reload it now, there we go, we've now got access to it. Now although I'm using this site as an example, I don't really condone piracy, and this is more aimed at bypassing geo-blocking. We've got an issue where viewing Netflix we get smaller catalogs and all that, and by doing something like this using a smart DNS provider, we can actually see the better catalog. Well, I hope this was helpful.